20 creepy truck driver stories. According to Reddit. Number 20. I drove by a marsh every night when I was going home from work. One night, I saw a car pulled over with its hazard lights on. Dude was head to toe covered in blood. No crash, no injury, just drenched in blood. Number 19. I was 23 years old, newly married husband, and I decided driving would be fun as an adventure after college. I was done in Arizona, or down in Arizona, on a long stretch of nothing. It's about 4 a.m., and a guy pulls up next to me waving his CB radio. I don't tend to leave mine on. Listening to the guys and their bullshit was irritating. So I turn on my CB radio, and he tells me that I had a blown tire. So I thank him, figuring I'd stop at the next truck stop. The guy keeps harassing me to pull over and check my tire for a good 40 miles. I finally get down to the next town. There's a Pilot truck stop, and I get out and check my truck. No blown tires anywhere. No clue what that guy would have done to me. But I'm so glad I trusted my gut, and I didn't stop. Number 18's been deleted, but I've retrieved them. I was crossing the Navajo Nation on my way to Colorado in the 90s. It was around 1 a.m., and I was really tired, so I pulled over between Gallup and Ship Rock. I had a nightmare of evil-looking faces coming at me. They were dashing at me out of the pitch black, all screaming. I wake up, I started my car, and when I turned my headlights on, there was a coyote and a jackrabbit sitting about 10 feet apart, just on the edge of the light. I never had a nightmare like that before or since, and I've traveled that route quite a few times, but I've never stopped after dark again. Number 17. My dad has told me this story a couple of times, and each time it always kinda weirds me out. He's not a trucker, but when he was in the military, one night, him and a buddy went out to get food. About halfway into their drive down a dark road, my dad and his buddy notice a woman in a red dress with dark black hair walking. My dad and his buddy found it odd because it didn't seem safe. Wasn't all that warm either. My dad said deep down he knew that stopping was a bad idea. So they drove by a little more slowly to get a glimpse and see if she needed help. As they drove, my dad and his friend both swore that she had no face. Instead, there was just a black hole, as if she had been in a wreck and her face was taken off. It freaked them both out so badly that my dad floored it. And when they stopped to eat, both of them agreed that they saw the same thing. Come to find out that the woman had been killed earlier that year in an accident, and they were talking about it when a stranger told them that sightings of the very woman were actually common. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Number 16. A few years ago, some animal rights activists managed to release thousands of mink from a farm next to a large road at night. The road was more blood than tarmac for a few miles. The remains were everywhere. And don't get me started on the smell. Number 15. I remember seeing a TV show or something where there's a trucker in the 80s or the 90s. He pulls off in a rest stop in the southern state at like 3 a.m. and he said truckers stick together like a family, especially if one needs help with their gear or truck. They always help one another out whenever they can. Anyways, he says he's getting ready to sleep and some guy starts knocking on his truck door. So he rolls down the window and this guy says he's a trucker and that he is having some engine troubles and was able to park his truck way down at the other end of the lot. The guy at his door then asks if he can come help and have a look at his truck. The trucker on the show said he thought it was odd because truckers usually just call their 24/7 roadside mechanic service that will try to fix your truck wherever you are, and if they can't, a new semi will pick you up, load your shit into that truck, and your truck will be towed to the nearest diesel repair shop. He said that was the first red flag. He told the guy at his door, "Sure, I have to get some things, and I'll meet you there. So just start walking back," basically telling the guy to get lost. The guy at his door says, "Okay, thanks," and disappears down the lot. The trucker on the show said he then realized he was the only truck in the entire lot, and that this guy wasn't a trucker, so he turned on his rig and hauled ass out of there. He then notified other truckers in the area to avoid that stop and gave a description of the man. I don't think the guy was ever caught, but his intentions were obviously bad, and apparently this was a common thing at the time. Basically psychos making shit up at a truck stop to take advantage of unknowing truckers just trying to have a rest. Outside of that, I think it's pretty basic knowledge that rest stops are shady as hell to begin with. It's a shame that people who don't know any better might be taken advantage of or preyed upon. It doesn't help to be a little savvy of the fact that not everybody is a good guy. Number 14. I saw a clown staggering down an alley in the city. His back was facing us while we were coming to a stoplight, and it was like 1 a.m. It looked like he was still blowing balloons or masturbating. Not seeing his face made it even more ominous. I'm not sure if it's either really creepy or just sad. Maybe he was on his way to abduct children. Maybe he was blind, drunk, after a long day. Number 13. I was driving in upstate New York in early spring during deer season, and not only were there deer everywhere, there was deer pieces strewn along the roadway. And not just from the cars hitting them, but then more cars hitting the roadkill. Literal deer chunks all over the road. Gross. Number 12. My stepdad is a truck driver, and I asked him this question, and he gave me 3 answers. In Winston-Salem, North Carolina, a guy was masturbating while driving his truck, and my stepdad threw his water bottle at him. Another time, he said he was up near Oregon, and he was the only one on the freeway at the time, since it was around 2 a.m., and something large and pale swooped down a few yards in front of his truck and swooped back up into the tree line. How large? While driving at 70 miles per hour, a tire rolled ahead of him and went across the median, nearly hitting another car. Jesus. Number 11. I was listening to a radio station when this trucker calls in. He says he just saw a lot lizard get out of one truck, douche with a bottle of grape soda, and get into another truck. Radio station, my ass. You read this on Reddit. Number 10 has been deleted, but it has also been retrieved. My dad became a truck driver in 1975. So this happened at around 5 a.m. on a summer's day. It was a bit misty, like you get some mornings, early but bright. He was heading out of London on the A3. He's driving his truck, and up ahead was a young woman, early 20s, in a long blue dress, standing by the side of the road. It must have been before the A3 was dualed, and all the barriers were put up. So Dad sees her, thinking she's waiting for a ride to work, and just as he's about to go past her, she jumps in front of his truck. He immediately slams on the brakes, as he's sure he's hit her, but he didn't feel a bang. But where else could she be? A couple of cars stop to see what's going on, and Dad shakily explains, and the drivers kindly offer to stay while he looks for her under the truck. Dad looks, she's not there, and other drivers look, and there's nothing. No body, no blood, no sign of anyone. They all freak out a bit and decide leaving ASAP is a great idea. He can't explain it. He knows she was there, and that he hit her. He spent the rest of his driving career avoiding that route. Number 9. One time, I saw a BMW use his turn signal as the cursed entry of the whole list. Bullshit. Number 8. Myself and 2 friends had to drive from Laredo, Texas. Who the hell has even heard of this place? We were driving from Texas to Baton Rouge, and one night in my Ford van, it was about 2 a.m. There's a particularly long and dark section of highway just outside Laredo, no buildings, towns, or lights for about 50 miles. I was in the right lane, coming up on a truck, and pulled into the left passing lane. As I was slowly overtaking the long truck, my peripheral caught a sudden movement of this big truck towards the right shoulder. I saw the truck was swerving to avoid hitting a person dressed in all white. White face, whose arms were folded across the chest and eyes were closed as they walked across the highway. I swerved to the left and barely missed this ghostly-looking person with my passenger mirror. I can still remember seeing the eyes were closed. That's how close we came to hitting this person. Wow. Number 7. The creepiest. Driving the I-30 through Texas and Arkansas, I would see what looked like animals and faces popping out of the bushes, but longer than a glance proved nothing was there. They had just paved the highway and there was hardly any traffic. I was dead tired and it was super dark, so highway hypnosis, I suppose. The most paranormal. When I went to local driving, my route ran near an air reserve base in Indiana, so you'd see planes and helicopters pretty often. One night at about 2 a.m. I was headed back to pick up another load when I saw a bright green light in the corner of my windshield. It was too low to be an aircraft. It moved pretty slow and then darted, and I lost it behind some trees that I was driving by. Typical I saw UFO type shit, but I still think it was a helicopter or a jet that I might have seen at the perfect angle, just after a takeoff. The jet pilots have broken the sound barrier over a town a couple of times in the past, so a jet flying abnormally isn't necessarily out of the realm of impossibility. The most batshit insane. Driving south on the I-75 in the winter in central Ohio. I witnessed a compact car like a Cobalt or something get on the on-ramp to merge onto the I-75. I watched it lose control. It goes sideways and falls at least 6 feet off the ramp onto the shoulder of the interstate, landing on all 4 wheels. It spins 360 degrees and then proceeds to merge into traffic like it was fucking nothing. It blew my mind. The CB radio was going nuts for 5 minutes. Who else saw that, etc. Well, deja vu. Number 4, 5, and 6 have all been removed. In many ways, the creepiest thing about this list is the graveyard that's apparently the comment section. These posts, however, have been retrieved. Number 6. Sometimes I wonder if it was a ghost pup or something. But some trucker forgot his dog, and the dog knew the best way to find him, or perhaps the dog was just hitchhiking. Feeling like I should pull over for a dog was definitely the weirdest feeling I've ever felt. He did have a cute little bandana. The whole thing made me feel like I should get a trucker dog to keep me company on the road. But it's a rough lifestyle, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Number 5. I was driving along I-15 in Idaho. There was a stray dog walking down the road, and he stopped and sat there, staring right at me as I approached. I got this weird feeling to pull over, so I did. He jumped right up into the cab, and we rode out. I pulled into the nearest truck stop, and he got out and wandered off. I like to believe that these 2 posts are talking about the same dog. Number 4. If you smash fireflies on your windshield right as they light up, They will leave glowing splatter after you hit them. Ugh. Number 3. I'm a truck driver in the UK. I was driving through rural Scotland one night, going down a country lane. All of a sudden, I start seeing flashing lights come through the trees. Lights of all colors are flashing through the trees and causing some really...
Boy.
Well, damn, Akeem Flo. I appreciate this $15 super chat. A recommendation to those in the future, if you can manage it, use Streamlabs, because it won't take 30% like Super Chat will. But I know that only Super Chat works for some of you. So again, Akeem Flo, I appreciate your contribution. Number 3. I'm a truck driver in the UK and was driving through rural Scotland one night, going down a country lane. All of a sudden, I start to see flashing lights coming through the trees. Lights of all colors flashing through the trees and causing some really freaky looking shadows on the road. I'm not a believer in aliens or anything, but my first thought was UFOs. Safe to say I put my foot down and got the hell out of there. I found out the next day that it was a rave happening in a field, but at the time, it scared me half to death. Number 2. I was coming back home from a trip from Michigan, and I saw these people wearing cult-like robes. One in town, one on the highway, one in a park, all staring at me. When you're all out celebrating the banishing of he who shall not be named, and you don't even care where you are, McGonagall's gonna be pissed. Number 1. This is my father's story. He wasn't a long-haul truck driver, but rather an 18-year-old gas station attendant in the late 70s with a certain long-haul trucker that I probably... And without a certain long-haul trucker, I probably wouldn't be here. The gas station was 24 hours, and my dad was the only one working the night shift. A guy comes in and just gives him the creeps. He seems sketchy. He was wearing tight jacket pants, and you could tell that he had something in his pants under the jacket. It was during the summer and was warm, so why is he wearing this to begin with? A lot of truck drivers used this station as it was the only one open 24 hours for a long stretch of highway. They also had a big lot where they let truckers park and sleep or take a break. On this night, at this time, it was just my dad, sketchy dude, and one trucker that he kind of knew. He asked the trucker if he'd stay in the same location and hang out until the sketchy dude leaves. Well, after looking at the stocked shelves for many minutes while sneaking peeks at my dad behind the counter, the sketchy guy eventually looked fed up, got into his blue car, and sped off. The cool trucker guy hung out with my dad a little bit longer until another couple of guys came in to use the booths that they had to eat a sandwich. I should also point out that this was pretty middle of nowhere in rural southwest United States in the 1970s. My dad only had a landline in the store, as in a telephone. So the hours pass and my dad has shaken off the paranoia when all of a sudden this truck driver comes hauling ass into the lot, jumps out, and sprints into the store hollering that he needs a phone. Calls 911 to report that he had walked into one gas station 40 miles back, the next closest one, to find the attendant shot and dead. No one else was around. And the only other piece of information is that a blue car was speeding out of the lot when the trucker pulled in. Apparently, they eventually apprehended the guy in the blue car, and my dad confirms that it was the sketchy dude from earlier in that night. They charge him with murder and armed robbery. To the long-haul trucker who waited around with my dad that night, thank you, and I hope you're keeping it real. Well, damn. Well, I hope you enjoyed this entry tonight. I normally wouldn't read too many creepy, spooky lists, but this one kinda was at the top. Considering I know, nobody's gonna like this video, so I know they probably prefer the other types. But I love to do what's recent, and this was posted today. Here's hoping you're all having a sexy day. I'm gonna go take care of some business. I should have sent something to Black Magic earlier, but I didn't get around to. Yeah, and I'm out here trying to get the Division 2 as well, because I really want to play that on PC. Even though we played the demo and it kept freaking out, but I think I need to play that game full screen and then just set up another monitor. Yeah, because Dia uses that laptop, so it's not going to be a good idea to try to set that up next to me anymore. Later on in the month I can get another monitor. Dope. Is everybody okay? Nobody has any kind of issues? Thank you again, Akeem Flo, for your super chat earlier. I saw somebody else hit me with a $2 damn it. Streamlabs has changed itself so friggin' hard that nothing works anymore. Really can't stand it for that reason. Okay, it was somebody named Saucy Sausage. So good for you, Saucy Sausage. I appreciate that $2 donation via Streamlabs. And I hope you're having a sexy day. Yeah, everybody looks to be alright. So you'll see me later if I decide to jack in and play something boring like Anthem. Until I get Division. And you guys take it easy and stay out of trouble. I'm gonna have to retroactively be going through some of the things on my channel to make sure that, when YouTube gets around to looking at everything, I don't get in trouble for it. It's a lost cause. They're using Destiny, like a 5-year-old game, to roast Anthem too. Why do I even still play this, man? Oh well. Suela Molina says, this is my first time in your live channels. You did it. You did it. I believe in you. Linda saying, I have a small issue with the fact that we still haven't gotten any Portal 2 gameplay. Portal 2 would bore me to death right now. I need that Division 2, baby. And then Dia can sit next to me and voice how bored she is watching it. What?
Why would it be bored?
Because it's looty shooty. It's bang bang shooby dooby.
It looks more visually appealing than damn Anthem.
Yeah, Division 2 is visually appealing, and then the fact that I want to get it for my PC would make it probably one of the prettiest games I've played in years. Mr. E-Gamer says, do you like Dead by Daylight? Hell no, that's a pretty boring game as far as like gameplay, It's just, I'm not saying that there's not fun to be had in it. It's just like you're either running from the douche, in which case if you have a smart team that knows what they're doing, then it's really easy to win because he can't attack all of you at once, or you are the douche and some of them are underpowered, but most of them are overpowered, so it's only a matter of time, you know what I mean? But again, if you have a team that isn't awful. Streamlabs is broken? Does Streamlabs work for anybody? You guys should try testing it with a $60 donation. Just see if it goes through, man. Come on. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. No. Don't laugh.
I'm gonna laugh because you're manipulating.
That's not manipulation. Creeply says, Kyle, we saw your search bar. We know what's up. Nigga, you're so new with your 12-year-old ass. We get it, though.
This is the second time they've mentioned it.
I'm pretty sure this is like the third time that they've been in a stream or something. Who the hell is Creeply? You know, we need to get some milk cartons made. Have you seen this man? Prelude, Creeply, it's on purpose. Yeah, my God. Ooh, Linda hit him with a 12-year-old comment. My God, we're on the same page. Or is 12-year-old my favorite age to throw at people?
Well, Creeply is trying to defend himself, saying that he was born in 1977.
I was born in 1977. Okay, sure. This guy says he was born in the 70s. He'd be hitting me with references that are pretty dank if that were the true. We can't just take people at their word. But yeah, you guys will see me soon. I'm really wondering if I should do something specific. But you guys should be leaving more comments about what you want. And then I'll hook that up. I'll hook it up. Hooking it up and shit.
Did Jesus ever say what he wanted, or are you just gonna do the...
Look, dumpster diving is now a trending subreddit. Isn't that interesting? What do you mean, Jesus? Jesus said that he wanted us to play Destiny. Like, God, just give me a staple gun so I can apply it to my head.
What about Queen?
Queen hasn't given me any, I don't know.
Anything to...
Soyla says, LOL, you're the first person to pronounce my name right the first time. How the hell else would you pronounce Soyla Molina? People don't know how to English these days. That's okay. With Trump as president, the bar's pretty low.
Damn.
Dade111 says, where that education video though? Well, not educational, just education video. What the hell should I be educating people about? How to not depress other YouTubers with their wannabe funny comments when, you know, they're actually looking for criticism. Can you imagine just being a YouTuber that's just like, after all of that work, I made that video. Not me, because I already figured out the game. I'm not gonna, go too crazy because some of the videos that I've worked the hardest on, somebody comes in and just goes, fart, and then leaves. You know what I mean? And I'm like, great, awesome. I'm so glad I did that.
You even told me about that.
Mr. Gamer says, I love another incident at your school list. Okay. Pistachio Boy. The names just get better and better. Hi, Kyle. Thank you for making this list. It always makes my evenings better to listen to them. Well, I appreciate you. These are here for anybody who may need them, whether it's just background noise or something to get their mind off of something. It's here. You know me, and I'd rather be trying to, I don't know, make people laugh, even by just finding something that's ridiculous. But some people like creepy stuff too, even though you wouldn't know based on the people who don't like these videos. Boom shakalaka. But it's okay, because some of you guys are what I do this for. Not all of you, because some of you are in here just like, I hate this guy. And I'm like, why? Why are you even here? Just to hate? Is this a baby's grill? It's a grill. It's like a functional grill. Some guy dived into a dumpster and found this. We shouldn't be looking at dumpster diving subreddits. It'll make people think, oh man, maybe I could get a haul of this if I go dumpster diving. What is this?
Dumpster diving.
We should go dumpster diving, Dia. But we don't even need the stuff. We'd just be doing it for the haul.
Yes.
Or for the karma, like the internet points.
No,
look what we got
for
in dumpster.
YouTube.
Yeah, for a YouTube video. Yeah, is that what we want to put out?
I can't know.
Like somebody in our family finds this and they're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this?
That's how you get the Soames family.
That's how we get the money. It's like a long con for our own parents to find the video and be like, are you okay? Do you need the? I'm like, yeah, Mom, I need the division too. What is the division? Is that a cult? No, 2, not the first one. That's so old. Oh my God, they burnt them down in Waco. Oh, yep. Sucked it all out of the room. Love me. Hey, Kyle. Screech as hard as you can. Why? What's wrong with you? You know, a dude with a Shrek fedora default, of course you'd be saying something like that. Screech as hard as I can? What are you, in a competition with Creeply? Creeply says, I've been here for like 3 months, Kyle. How dare you? It's true. My channel started like 4 months ago, so I guess you've been here for the long haul, right? That's the joke. That's the joke. This dude out here with the Sprite Cranberry, he says, I hate how YouTube didn't notify me that this was happening. That's YouTube, baby. Maybe I should be, the thing is, like, sometimes I just, like, go, time to stream, as opposed to, like, establishing what I'm going to stream about in the future, and then scheduling it so that people can see, and then set a reminder. But it doesn't matter. Remember, we're a very tight-knit family here. There are barely 20 of us. So don't worry about everybody else who's going to come view this video when it's, you know, a good time for them, etc. Because between you and me, it's all about giving somebody something on a daily basis to throw on if they feel like they have nothing else. It's background noise, dudes. It's background noise. I had both of my double cheeseburgers, so now I'm pretty sad. The fuck am I gonna go in the kitchen and mix up now? Oh boy, so I guess this idiot wants to be banned. Well, somebody beat me to it. Not something. Wait, timed out? What are you assholes fucking...
No. Prelude hit him.
Okay, well it took a man to slap him with the penis.
Oh my god.
Because Linda's all like,
I think I'll just time him out, but he'll learn his lesson.
see me, I'd time him out and wait until he was right and ready to come back. See, that's why I like Twitch, because you can look at Twitch as like who's watching, and then like you time them out, and right when it's time for them to say something again, if they're still there and they're still watching, I just ban them right there. And I'd be like, oh, you thought you were gonna get the chance to say something again. Twitch is really weird though, because when people come in and they're on that racist or like edgy sexist shit, you know, if they're, you can look at their account and see how long their account's been active. And usually if they didn't make a new account to come harass people, then they don't want to lose that account. And they can, because you can just report their, oh my god. Guys, I love you. I need to go sort myself. I need to go record this shit. I need to finish the Lily Mad Whips. And I need to brace myself in preparation of the Division 2, you know. We gotta get it together, guys. I love you. Stay gangster, you know. What did Dia do on her stream today? How many people did she have in there? Dia?
Not many people.
Where were you sitting? Daddy McRib says, is the Division 2 good? From what I'm hearing, it's very good, and that's problematic because I didn't want it to be very good. Looking pretty good. Maybe we should get this girl centered more. Yeah. I need to like situate her camera. What do I do? What'd you do all stream? You played some game with some anime bitches. You would, you and your graphic novels, but you're pretty smart because I'm not sure how much that computer could handle as far as no, the problem with your webcam is it's a 1080p webcam, which apparently puts the computer through its paces. That laptop is great, but it sure as hell ain't as great as my rig.
Obviously.
And like, even though I've scaled your shit down in quality, it just makes it seem like OBS makes it seem as if it's like the hardest thing in the world to run it. So there's like dropped frames and all kind of bullshit like this. It looks great now, but if you were playing a more intense game, I'm certain that it would just lose its fucking mind. So who knows? I mean, we still have to do some troubleshooting and see what the hell's going on. But I guess that can all happen on the other side of the Division 2. I'm kidding. People are gonna think I'm like shilling for that. You guys hear about this dude who got egged by like some teenager, and then he turned around and punched him in the face, and all these other assholes like laid up on top of this kid like he was trying to assassinate him. It's fucked up. Fucked up. how Wi-Fi waves propagate a building. So do the walls like diminish it? Yeah, right? Because you can see that it's not as strong. So I'm glad I'm in the room with my Wi-Fi, as if anybody else should be benefiting from it. As if I don't hardwire everything to the box for maximum gangbang. Now we're interneting. Sorry. Okay. Look, guys. Why did Slice say it was funny? Alright, so listen. You guys take it easy. I gotta get out of here. I don't remember what I'm doing. If you enjoyed the list, like it. If you want to get down in the Discord, which again is in like its preparation stage. I'm sure that soon the Discord will get nuts, but not now. And we all want to be bystanders for when it does get nuts. We need like crazy people in there, like Megan and Sarah Bishop, to just lose their minds as usual. What?
I don't know, Sarah Bishop is now really liking the idea of saying that you have kids with her. Or just that you have kids, period. And how they ask for you to...
No, I just mean insane people. That's my point. That's my point. Is when they roll up in there and they're just like, just standing around like, what's going on?
Just like that.
What is wrong with you people? Jeez. So there's the Discord link. Snapchat me if you have any ideas for, you know what you guys need to do? Find me people to collaborate with who are unbearable, but you know, you feel would establish people that, I guess, you know what? I guess that's what I'm saying. You need to find not a good person, but a good audience. So if you find some people that you think have an audience that isn't full of like jackasses, then yeah, let's set something up with them, and then we can all be together. Prelude says Sarah Lee Bishop now. Yeah, why is the middle name in there? You know, just confusing. Just confusing. Well, guys, now that I've equipped you with how Wi-Fi goes through a house, hopefully you can use this information to thwart your enemies, you know?
Mom, I think we should move the Wi-Fi box for better reception.
Stupid. See you guys later. Love ya. You know, here's hoping Creeply and you Skidly Boop ascend to the higher throne of norminess. Unbelievable. Oh man. Oh dude, this guy wins the internet. Oh, he's cleaning up Mount Everest. Hopefully he just took this picture and got the hell off the mountain. He's up there. This guy's up there.
Yep.
This guy's up there. Yeah, take the picture, get off the mountain, man. Taking the picture where you can die? God
Yes,
damn.
gotta get that intro.
It's like a selfie on a railroad track when the train's barreling down. Somebody said this would be the toughest community service ever. Oh boy. Some guy here is like pushing his like, you know, comment about the outrage of people throwing down their items. You know what I mean? Somebody says, goes out to experience nature, then proceeds to trash it. Pretty sad. I love how judgmental this comment is, my dude. First of all, if you're going up Mount Everest and you have some things that are now trash, it might behoove you to drop it. Okay? You know, in the interest of survival, you know, you don't want to die over a bag of shit you were trying to carry that, you know, is draining you of more energy. I'm not saying that it deserves it, but you know, some people's logic might be, oh, if you can't just carry your shit, then maybe you shouldn't go up there. And in a way, I kind of agree with that. But hey, man, if you're gonna die, like, throw that shit on the ground. What the fuck? Oh man. Jesus said, how homeless, look at my Everest. What? What the fuck kind of comment is that? Why are you laughing at that? God,
So stupid.
doesn't make any damn sense.
That's why it's funny.
how
It makes no sense.
how homeless? Look at my Everest. What the hell does it mean?
The world may never know.
Linda says a lot of that trash was left by people who did die. Are you saying that that's karma for them? The Everest is like, trash my mountain, will you? And it's actually like Grandpa Simpson with some ice cubes on him. Jesus. Guys, have a good night. We've ruined the end of this list. It's supposed to be creepy. Somebody's gonna be like,
I don't like this part.
but they feel like held hostage by the video somehow.
I just want to make it to the end.
Same. I just gotta. I wanna go.
Alright, bye. Guys. See you later. If you're watching this off stream, Streamlabs, The Division.
You should check if it works, just to make sure.
$45. What happened?
Just because of what.
Why should I check if it works? It's gonna work. What do you mean?
Wait, no. Starts talking about the sponsorship thing. She said that it didn't work for her. Linda said that it also didn't work for her.
Oh, the sponsorship thing didn't work? That means I probably need 1,000 more subs. Oh well. That's really weird that it won't go through. That's super gay.
She said that it works for those that have already sponsored and just want to, get that back.
Yeah.
But it might not work for new people.
Okay, so yeah, I'm probably gonna need to get 30,000 again and just get the join button. It's pretty gay, but we'll jump through those hoops if we can make it to them. So guys, love you. Talk to you soon. I'll get 1,000 more subs, and then we'll figure out the sponsor button. Bye.